And the players getting together for a little chat as we're just about ready to get going here. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Warriors, it's Green in at the 4 spot. And for the Bulls, Steph Curry's out there with Michael Jordan and the big guy in the middle, Shaquille O'Neal. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. And it's Durant and it's Antetokounmpo in at the power forwards position.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they can be without Derrick Rose. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
Kicks it to Jordan. Working on Thompson. Feeds away. Can't get it to go.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one.
I tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Curry kicks to Jordan. Dishes it to Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
You know, the Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams. And as rebounders go, guys, he is amazingly active on the boards, relentless. And it serves two purposes. One, I mean, it gets him a lot of rebounds, of course, but two, it takes a lot of toll on the opposition. He'll wear you down.
And one more thing to point out about him is what a rugged player he is, how hard he works every game, and he's always battling.
Curry with it. Picked up by Thompson. The shot by Jordan, no good.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively. Draymond Green with really a terrific legacy of success prior to the NBA, guys. Led Saginaw High to 2 Michigan State championships. And Michigan State was able to be part of 2 teams that got to the Final Four and 1 that made it to the Sweet 16. That's impressive.
And going back to Draymond Green, Clark, very successful in college for Tom Izzo up at Michigan State, as you mentioned. But Steve, maybe a bit of a surprise, looking to the second round back in 2012.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, felt that he was a tweener. They weren't sure if he was a 3 or 4, and he really is. But the good news is that he can guard both positions, and he's improved his jump shot. More than anything, he's just a winner. He knows how to play, and he's a good addition to any team.
Quality kid. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Thompson. Loom gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder.
Curry dishes to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Durant's got 5 points so far. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start off the game.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Bulls making a switch here. Stevens checked in. That's good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that.
Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Jammed by Drummond. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back-and-forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
All of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube. The exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
kicks it to Thompson. Goes up on the wing. Goes down the shot a bit long that time. Chicago trailing here.
Durant.
Left side, Jordan. Warriors with the rebound. It's Thompson off the drive. That's good. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Jordan, he's covered by Thompson. 3-second difference between shot and the shot's good from Jordan.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight out or need to fade away.
Now, here's Thompson. Here's Poole. Another shot. And the layup is good. He's got 7.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part.
But let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
You know, I've always felt that video review was a great addition to the NBA rules, especially when it can have such an impact on the outcome of a game.
I agree, Clark, and very tough to tell on this one. We don't see a lot of these reviews, but a good percentage of reviews ultimately end up in an overturned ruling of what was originally thought to be a basket or not.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change marked in the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review this.
And still a close. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, Kevin Durant last season joined the exclusive 180 club. Over 50% from the field, 40% from three-point territory, and 90% from the line. It's the gold standard of shooting efficiency, something only 5 other players have done in NBA history. It was a goal of his going into the season, but his ultimate goal still remains, to win an NBA title. He said, quote, "The hunger is always there. That's my goal every year, to get to the top of the mountain." Guys, he knows it's a long road, but they've gotten so close. We'll see if this is his year.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The Warriors were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since the We Believe season in 07, when they knocked off the Dallas Mavericks as an 8 seed. They didn't finish above 500 on the road, but still were much better than previous years, which allowed them to get to the playoffs.
And Kobe drops them both. Well, back to that Warrior road record that Clark was talking about, 19-22, as you said. But I remember an early road trip that, had them go 6-1. Really helped them start to believe in themselves. Steve was a team last season.
Yeah, that included that buzzer-beating win against Miami on Draymond Green's shot. I mean, I think that's when this group really realized that they could make some noise and possibly be a playoff team.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason, got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Savanovic. Just 5 to shoot, and shoot comes to help. Shot's good from Savanovic.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time, and they had questions constantly being asked if he would return, but the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin, and desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, are of exactly that variety.
Here's Curry with the 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Here's Green, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Outside Curry. Great touch on the 16-footer. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Knocked away. And out of bounds. The possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Watch it fly. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
These are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head in an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
He dishes it to Iguodala. It's all in by the Bulls. On to Tacumbo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Outside for Durant. Kobe.
Looks to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. And he makes the 1st.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Green is checked in for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Zabanovic, guarded by Kobe. And Durant with the block. Into Jordan.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Left side, Jordan. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so we conclude the first half. Bulls lead by 6 and will return shortly.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here. It's time to review all the goings-on from half number 1. At the midway point, the Bulls are playing very well. A nice job of sharing the rock, making plays for one another offensively. Stephen Curry on cruise control in this one against Golden State. He's got 8 points so far. He's done a great job playing lockdown D. And the Warriors are still in it, going all out. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. Klay Thompson not looking good so far. Not many positives for him so far.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here. He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Fades and shoots. Here's Shaq. And the layup is good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They got to battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Mark. I mean, they're getting after it. I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly. Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
Whereas almost all players go through their ups and downs, Steve, that's not the case with him. He just goes about his business the same way every night. Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Curry passes it to Jordan. Outside Durant. There's the dribble. Offensive rebound. Here's Shaq. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers from a season ago. This team shot about 81% as a unit. Very impressive.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
No good on the second free throw. Warriors have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Wide open. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He feeds it to O'Neal. Durant is covered by Thompson. Jordan kicks to Antetokounmpo. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. That free throw, no good. Bulls making a switch here.
You got it out. Get your pitch down there. I got shoot.
And he sinks the second. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
And here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. Kevin Durant's checked in for Chicago. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Michael Jordan on the way. 18 feet out. Buries the jump shot. Jordan's got 6. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it.
Yeah, me too. This has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Green, and Shaq sends it back. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Durant, guarded by Green. Here's Shaq. Outside for Durant. Jordan. Tries again. Gets it to go. Jordan's got 10 points.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Here's Thompson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. The Bulls making a switch here. 1:11 left in the 3rd quarter. Jordan dishes to Curry. The pass to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Basket pool. There's the 3. Cannot hit.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Right side Durant. Into Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Curry passes to Durant. On to Tacumbo. Kicks to Curry. Outside Durant. Back to Curry. Shoots.
They've not had the same success from outside here in the second half that they did in the first. Well, it might make sense to look at going inside a little more this half.
Loom. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. Shaq's got rebound with 5 here tonight. Here's Jordan. Time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
And we've watched 3 so far. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Bulls making a switch here. Warriors trail by 7. 0. Guarded by Kobe. 0. That's one wide left.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Curry on to Tacumbo. Outside Jordan. Durant kicks to Kobe. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Passes it to Keith. The tray. It's all in by the Bulls. On to Tacumbo. He's got 7 rebounds in the game. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. First free throw is good. And Kobe drops them both. Warriors trail by 9.
Hey, right there, right there.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful.
Yeah, baby, groovy.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Michael Jordan on the wing. Back to Kobe. The Bulls keep it alive. It's yet again. Here's Jordan. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Jordan's got 12 points here in the second half. Warriors trail by 11. The pass to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. Gets it to go.
Boy, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Kobe goes in. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Outside Curry. Pass to Antetokounmpo. By Green. Bryant. Durant, the pass to Antetokounmpo. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Here's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Kobe, here's the three. Antetokounmpo gets the shot. Here's Curry with the three. Gets it to go.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
The shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. It's tipped. Kobe dishes to Curry. Back to Kobe. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Poole.
Man, I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Gets it to go.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They have 2 of 6. Kobe, the pass to Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Left side Durant. Not sure about the rim. The Warriors shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty, down around 29%. 0. And again, no good by Golden State. Kobe with it. Excellent defense there from Wiggins. Loon. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.
Hey, UD.
What's good, my boy?
Mr. 305.